Hey, Brian Young here from ProfitSourcing.com. Dakota Mike had a good question on the book flipping, selling books online Facebook forum. I just wanted to share with you guys. Thought it would be a good opportunity to create a video on long-term storage fees for books. So Dakota asks, if these good books get sent into FBA, if there's one unique book apiece, would there be short-term or long-term storage fees? So I think what Dakota's saying is, if you send in a book and you're just sending in one of them, are you going to be charged long-term and short-term storage fees for that one book? And if not, is there any harm in keeping them there? And so I think that's a great question. Amazon wants to be the store that has at least one of everything. I think that's in their mission statement or in their vision statement somewhere, is they want to have one of everything. So if an Amazon customer comes in and they want an obscure book, Amazon wants to do everything they can to encourage us booksellers to have those books available for sale, to have at least one copy of that book available for sale via FBA as well. So let's check out Amazon's terms and conditions and policies regarding storage fees. I think that'll be really helpful. So what I do is I just go to Amazon Seller Central and I click on Help. Now this is going to bring me to the Amazon seller help page. This is where you can ask questions and Amazon will answer them. It can be kind of hard to navigate sometimes. But what I would do is type in storage fees up here, and then right at the top, FBA inventory storage. We'll click on that. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, there's going to be a change in their storage rates. Now, there's two processes or two times throughout the year that they go through and they charge short-term and long-term storage fees. And that's on the 15th of February is one of those days. So in anticipation of that, they did it a couple days after, which is very nice of them. They're not going to change things midstream, so to speak. But if you're watching this video after February 18, 2016, you may want to come in and check out, because there are always changing fee structures and rates and things. You want to be on top of it because you want to make sure that you're setting up a business that's viable, that's profitable, and you need to take in all your expenses into consideration when doing that. Now, what Amazon is saying here in this following paragraph is that there are storage fees that are charged monthly. And typically, they just kind of give you some of the details of that. They charge them between the 7th and the 15th day of the month. So just for you to be aware of that. Now, if you scroll down here a little further, they give you the rates. So the rates are different between January and September than they are through October and December. And that's probably because it's fourth quarter. The warehouses starting in October, probably a little before October, are packed with items, and they don't want people sending in items that won't sell during quarter four, maybe sending in too many. They want people to kind of manage their inventory a little better, so they up their rates. Now, a semi-annual long-term storage fee, so 6 months, will be applied to any units that have been stored at the Amazon Fulfillment Center for 6 months or longer. Units that have been at the Amazon Fulfillment Center for 6 to 12 months, as of the inventory cleanup date, will be charged $11.25 per cubic foot. Units that have been in the Amazon Fulfillment Center for 12 months as of the inventory cleanup date will be charged $22.50 per cubic foot. So I clicked over to another page here, and it tells you that on February 15th and August 15th of every year is when they conduct their inventory cleanup. So the inventory cleanup they're referring to in this paragraph here is on those 2 days. So as of February 15th, Amazon is going to look at all your inventory. And of the inventory that has been there for 6 to 12 months, it'll be charged $11.25 per cubic foot. And of the inventory that's been there for 12 months or more, as of February 15th, will get charged $22.50. And those are significant fees. But each seller, right down here, may maintain a single unit of each ASIN in its inventory, which will be exempt from the semi-annual long-term storage fee. Okay, so what they're saying is you can have one, and you don't need to worry about paying these long-term storage fees on that one book. Because like I said in the beginning, Amazon wants to encourage you to have at least one of every item for sale on Amazon. And because they don't really answer our question about books, I clicked on this frequently asked questions link right here, and that gives me some more information. I scroll and it kind of tells me what we just went over. Down here is an example. If you have a book that's 8 by 6 by 1, and you have one unit in stock for 6 to 12 months, you pay 0 long-term storage fees. For 12 months or longer, $0.00 in long-term storage fees. Two units, now you're going to be charged a little more. So for the second unit, if it's been there for 6 to 12 months, that's 32 cents If it's been there for 12 months or longer, that's 63 cents. Okay, so as you can see, as you continue to add more units of the same ASIN, the same exact book on the same exact listing, it is going to cost you some money. So what it is, bounce back to the calculator that we had here on the last page, and enter the dimensions of a book. So there's long-term and there's short-term fees. So as far as long-term fees are concerned, long-term storage fees do not apply to your inventory if you have one of each ASIN. If you have more than one, it's going to cost you between 30 and 60 cents about to have that book there in stock. If you have one, no big deal. But your books are still eligible for short-term storage fees. So let's figure out what that is. I entered the dimensions of that book that they gave an example of back here on this previous page, 8 by 6 by 1. That comes to a cubic feet of, right here, 0.02778, and it calculates the fees here. So per month from January through September, you're going to pay 1 cent to keep that book there. And then through October through December, it's going to be 2 cents. So if you do the math there, if you had one book in storage for 1 year, it's going to cost you 9 cents plus 6. So it's going to cost you 15 cents to store that one book there for a year. So you see, if you're selling high value books that have a high rank, rank over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million, you're going to be paying 15 cents per year to store that book at Amazon. I don't think that's an incredible amount of money. I think that, especially with the ROI with some of these longer tail books, I think there's value in sending it in, risking paying that 15 cents per year to have it available for sale for at least a couple of years. And then a couple of years down the road, if you go through your inventory, you see some books that have been there for a year or 2 or 3, and you want to clean them out, you can. But guaranteed, the books that you do, there will be some books that you send that sit there for a year or 2 that you sell for a profit. It will cover all the expenses of the books that don't sell. And that's the beauty of the business. So hopefully this has answered your questions, Dakota. If you have any other comments, questions, or concerns, I'd be happy to help you.